Your eyes are closed.
He does like.
All right.
Seniors.
Thank you, City Kodiak. We cannot imagine having seniors night without you, so we appreciate you coming here for us tonight. All right, I'm going to do this without crying, because guess what? The older you get, the more you cry. I never cried over anything, really. I might cry. Okay, well, don't look. So, all right, I'm going to start with Rylan. So this year last year we had 2 setters. This year we went to 1 setter, and it put a lot of pressure on Rylan. Plus, I put a lot of pressure on Rylan. Keisha maybe not as much, but Rylan is the kind of person that is very, very quiet, but she takes things very hard sometimes. I will say Rylan has done an outstanding job as a setter. I know if you can level up even a little bit more, which there isn't much left, that's why I was so hard on her. So her serves are amazing, which everyone has seen. She is used to me saying before everyone, calm it down, don't be too fancy here. Because she tries to do those ones that's really close to the net. But at the end of the day, her serves were things that literally have won games for us. One of Rylan's greatest qualities is admitting if she did something wrong. And you will see instantly, if Rylan does a set, she doesn't want one of her hitters to feel bad if it wasn't perfect. You will see her instantly go over to them and say that one was mine. That's a great quality to have. So, without further ado, we want to wish Rylan all the best. And I got to read everything where everyone's going because they're so exciting and fun and very smart, I'll say. I want to wish her all the best as she goes on to UNB for a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology at UNB. All right, we have Sam. Sam is the quietest of everyone, so you never even know that she's there. I, over the years, have watched Sam play other sports. Years ago, I used to watch her play basketball, but I can guarantee you she didn't know me, and I didn't know her the way that I do this year. Sam is an outstanding human being. She is very quiet, but she is absolutely so smart. And no matter what I say, she literally just goes. This year, for anybody who watched Sam at the first of the year, to what you watched, I'm going to point out Tuesday night of this week. Tonight was great too, but Tuesday night of this week, Sam played unbelievable. And Sam has come leaps and bounds since the first time that she stepped foot on this court. And I think she's done an amazing job. So Sam, now I have 3. We wish you all the best as you go on UNB for a Bachelor of Arts. All right, Cassidy. I've never told Cassidy this before, but Cassidy, I love to speak, I'm sorry. So Cassidy is so much like me sometimes, and I'm not talking about playing volleyball, in that she has 2 personalities. So I know many of you don't know me from work, but I have 2 personalities. So Cassidy on the court is so serious, the most serious person you can imagine. But when she leaves the court, she is the life of the party. She is the funnest person you can be around. The way that she jokes and laughs with this team builds this whole team up. And I really want to say, Cassie, don't cry, you're going to do it. Cassie has an outstanding personality in that aspect. That she goes serious, just like literally steps on the court, and she becomes a different person. And then she walks away, and she literally is the life of the party. Her strength is unreal for anyone who's watched her play. She could literally stand there and not even take a step ahead and blow that ball right out against that wall. And amazing, amazing strength. She is the only person, when I tell everyone else, you gotta kill that ball, she's the only person I say, okay, tone it down. You gotta take it a little bit. Her serves, as you saw tonight, amazing, and they hurt on the other end. Because I've been on the other end quite a few times. I will say, if you can see the bruises here, they may have been from me scrimmaging with them in the last year. So, Cassidy, and one thing I want to say, Cassidy has done her co-op at the Mountain Hospital, and one of the stories that she told me, which I love, she doesn't talk about anything personal, so let's be really clear. But she said one day she was going into the elevator, I might not say this right, but I'm going to put forth this into the world because I believe this story is what's going to happen in her future. So she said she was walking along and someone was like getting in the elevator or something, and she was all dressed in her outfit like she's, like a doctor at the hospital. And the person goes, "Oh my goodness, you go first, you're so important." She goes, "Okay, thank you." So that is what you're going to see in her future, I can guarantee you. So we want to wish Cassie the best as she goes to Dow, taking a Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience. All right, Avalon. Her humor literally makes me almost pee my pants daily. And I am not kidding you. She is, when she says something, she'll sit there and one of her favorite things she says, I might not say this exactly right, but she'll say, "I can't even." And we'll be talking to something else. I'm like, "You can't lose this game tonight." She goes, "Rebecca, I can't even right now. I can't even." And then she literally puts on the cutest smile and rolls on. That is Avalon. Humor, amazing. I think everyone here knows, if you've watched any of our games, you know what Avalon brings to the team. So many things that I can't even say. But at the end of the day, her skills have literally helped us build this team as one over the last 2 years. And I'm not just talking from what she brings to the backcourt, because we've all seen what she brings to the backcourt. I think a ball is already on the ground, she somehow picks it up. So besides her skills, it's her leadership, it's her energy, it's what I would call her, a lot of times we call her an assistant coach. We'd be talking about something and somebody coming off and I didn't have time, I go, "Avalon, go talk to them. You need to talk about where they need to be, where they need to go." Instantly, she's over there telling them, "This is where you need to be for the next ball." Avalon has been a leader here for the last 2 years, but in so many ways that I can't even really explain with words. And she has literally molded this team together over the last 2 years. I remember her saying at the start of last year, she wasn't really sure at the start of last year if she was going to play. I'll brag her up here. But she had long ago, she was like club and Team MB and like all this other phenomenal stuff. With volleyball, of course, it's busy. I left it to her decision. I'm not going to talk someone into it. It had to be her decision. And at the end, I said, "You know what? I'm leaving it up to you. All that I will say is I think it would be a great memory if you played for your high school." And I said, "I'll leave it at that." So she comes back a week later, she's like, "Yeah, okay, you're gonna play." I'm like, "Okay, good." So we move on, and after we leave the tournament, and I'm gonna say it's probably a down, but before we had a conversation, I said, "Avalon, you have to understand, Salisbury's not a volleyball school." I said, "But we've got amazing athletes that play so many sports." I said, "We could try to make it that." When we left the Doaktown tournament, whenever it was, I don't even remember, but she actually goes, "Rebecca, we're a volleyball school." And I love that I did this. And that's one of my favorite memories. Avalon, we want to wish you the best of luck at STU playing volleyball and working really hard to get your bachelor degrees. So I left this one to last on purpose because I tried to get through everyone without crying, so I'm not going to. But this is not because I'm not picking favorites here. But when I moved here, I don't know how many years ago, we knew nobody. So literally, we moved here because it said it was the cheapest property tax in Brunswick. That's why we moved here. So we moved here knowing no one, and it is because of many of you here today that we made family and friends. So Finley and her family have literally become my family. And so I am telling you, from the moment that I knew that I had an opportunity to coach this team, the athleticism that this person has is unreal. I'm sure if you've seen her play basketball, you already know what it's like when you watch her play basketball. She's unbelievable. But it's not just her skill, and I don't want to discount her skill. It is her leadership, and it is how excited that she gets. And I'm going to say, she has so many wonderful qualities, but one of the qualities that she has that I absolutely respect more than anything is that no matter what happens in a game, she will work her butt off. We were down in a bronze medal game after playing 6 games all day long, 6 matches all day, and she was the first person to come on and be like, come on girls, we got this. We gotta go right back out, come on, we've got this. That takes a lot, and she never gives up. So if we're out there and she's got another ball coming her way, she's the first person to spike or block that ball. And for anyone who's seen that tonight or seen that other nights, you know what she brings to the game of volleyball is also in skill-wise absolutely unbelievable. Okay, I am going to say this. So last year, when we went to the tournament in Dopetown, so this happens all the time, actually, since it started last year. Refs will come up to me, started last year, and be like, oh my God, what volleyball team does she play for? Like, tell me where she plays. And I'm like, she doesn't, she plays basketball. They're like, no. And I'm like, yes, seriously. When we went to the Dopetown tournament this year, there was a ref that came up to me instantly and said, and I didn't tell her this, I asked to come back to this tournament and I asked to ref your game because I want to watch Finley play again. And she remembered Finley's name, and she plays volleyball at university. So that tells you what Finley brought to that game and brings to that game every day. So I did it. I made it through. I just had a little tear at first. Don't look at me into her last game, I can tell you that, because every single one of us, all 6 of us, 7 of us, we're all going to be crying. I want to wish Finley the best of luck at Mount Allison on her basketball team and taking her Bachelor of Arts, and I hope someday she'll come back and teach Everly before she's done.
So I'm going to try to keep mine short and sweet to hold myself together. I'm going to start with my hardest one first. So Nolan is my little brother. He's 3. Oh my God. He's the reason I'm back here coaching. I played volleyball all through my life, and I never expected him to find the passion he has in the game that I love. Oh, good God. I really thought starting with him would be my best bet. He has stepped up as an amazing leader for this team. He is one of our team captains. He is the first one here almost every day for practice. He has taken some of these players that have never played a day in their life before and taught them the game from scratch before the season was even a fleck in the back of anybody's mind this year. He is a goofball ray of sunshine. He will be the first one to pick somebody up off the floor. I could not be prouder of my little brother. All right, we're going to see if I can get through the rest of you guys. But I was getting that word up, but I don't know. Hayden. Hayden has been Nolan's other half, so Hayden has been like an extra kid in our family for a long time. Hayden is our second captain, and he is the perfect yin-yang combo with Nolan's goofball. He can hold it together, he can be serious, he's hard on himself because he's such an amazing rounded athlete. He can be the tough when I'm not tough and Nolan's not tough, and he's a little harder on the boys and himself. But he is a powerhouse out on the court. He's trying to rein in the power with some direction because they set back long. But it's impressive to just be in the middle of the air and swing that hard. I've never been able to do that. You're doing everything I could ask behind the scenes as a captain. And I do have to say one thing. At the start of the year, I had dedicated our two captains with a team vote. And Caden and Nolan discussed amongst themselves that Caden wanted to be kind of a background captain. The goal was for them to share their coin toss and to share that responsibility in the public eye. But he chose to take that background role because he recognized the passion that Nolan has for the sport. And that shows the kind of man that you're becoming. So on that, come on up. All right, we're going to run number order so you know where you are. Cash. Cash is what I have decided to call our secret weapon this year. His confidence on the court has grown so much since I started seeing him play and in the last year. Your serve is one of the trickiest on our team, I think. His blocks can shock anybody. But the best thing about Cash is Cash's personality. He can keep the team bubbly. He is bubbly, but sassy. If I ever have somebody giving me that goofy back talk, I know it's coming from him, whether I can see him or not. So, tonight, I need you to be that secret weapon. Not so much of a secret now. For the rest of the season. Will is a brand new player to volleyball. Will kind of got drug in from that one. And I never expected to see how much growth you have this year. I wish she had forced you into it with. He is bubbly, happy, giggly, and I don't think I've ever seen him get hard on himself or another player. You have adapted so well at your position. You're covering that court. You are blocking everything that comes near you. And from the start of the season, where you kind of sit in a little bit trying to figure out where to go, to now knowing exactly where your teammates are and where you can be, you've made great progress. You are the most dedicated volleyball player. You live, breathe, sleep, dream about volleyball, I think. We've had some good conversations about college volleyball. We've had some conversations about what the rules are between the two, and I've never expected that from a high school player in Salisbury to be that into the game. You are a tricky kid. You work with Nolan as our setter to figure out how to get those quick sets and quick hits. And you're a brick wall at the net. Good job. Good work. All right, those were our grads. But we do have two exchange students. Oh my God, I missed Cole. I missed you. I'm so sorry. It's the listeners. You're letting in. I do have you on my paper. I promise. You're kind of letting in my paragraph. I do love you. Because Cole is ready to go whenever we need him, and he laughed that off. Some other kids might have been mad at me, which is part of why I love Cole. He rolls with the punches, and he is not afraid to hit the floor, as a lib or wherever he's put. He's played power, but he's found his love in lip. Loves that back row, diving. You are happy as can be, even when you're kind of happy. I've never seen you mad. Your growth as a player, your growth in the game has been amazing. And coach and now that's all over us. I was bound to make some kind of mistake because I don't like color. But Shuji and Jonas are two international students who are also not going to be returning to the team next year. Shuji, as far as I know, has never played volleyball before this year. He was one those kids that was in the gym every lunch hour to learn the game, to be a part of this team. And that work has paid off. Because when you tried out,